This is the second episode of Off the Cuff podcast. I'm joined by Landon Dowlatsingh. Landon, do not sing.
Landon, do not sing.
From Most Amazing Top 10. Also...
Let's hear that audience.
We do. We have a live audience. A little weird. Kind of into it. We work together.
Yeah.
I work for you.
Yeah.
What did we do today?
Oh, I'm still recovering from it.
Let's talk about that. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we did. We ate some peppers.
We did eat some peppers.
I missed it the first time, but I was in it for this one. And I feel like it was hot.
It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my whole entire life. And I've broken multiple bones.
What'd you break?
I've broken my nose.
How do you break your nose?
Quite easily. I was playing softball in junior high, and some bitch threw the ball at my face and then yelled at me the last minute, and I turned, and the ball just hit me bang on the nose, broke it instantly.
And eating pepper was more painful than that?
More painful. I can deal with a broken bone. I can't deal with my esophagus burning.
Yeah.
That sucked. I also thought getting home was a struggle. I thought I was going to pass out and vomit and shit myself all at the same time. It was rough.
We tried the bomb, and it was it was brutal.
And
it was painful.
That's the one from Hot Ones.
I think it's from. Is it from Hot Ones? Yeah.
I think so. I think I saw. Was it the Jonas Brothers doing it?
Oh, it's a new one.
I think so. Yeah, I saw the Jonas Brothers doing it the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You think sometimes they're kind of acting it and stuff, but then when you have it.
No, I feel so dramatic when I'm doing it, but it's the worst pain ever.
Yeah, we had one guy tearing up, another guy throwing up. It was bad.
It really sucks. I'm never doing that again. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, the bomb or hot foods?
Hot foods.
Oh.
That's it. This is actually my resignation.
I'm
catching it.
I'm
catching it on camera.
Yeah,
just so everyone
I think
knows.
we're doing the next one in 2 weeks from now. But we were just sweating. So we went really hot for this one in comparison to last week. I'm just based off of everyone's reactions and stuff like that. And I feel like last week's was a lot better for reactions because you were able to talk.
Yes.
This one, the whole video was
exactly.
on your knees, not even talking. I think we were really concerned at one point.
Yeah, Charlotte, who we work with from Inform Overload, turned to me and was like, "Are you okay?" She was the most concerned I've ever seen her in my life.
People were genuinely.
She was I don't think she's okay, and I was I don't know if I'm okay either. It was rough, really rough.
Yeah.
Never again. Never again.
It was painful.
Yeah.
And it just happened just a couple hours ago.
No, I'm still not
So
recovered.
I still haven't used the washroom yet. I don't know what the effects are coming out. But...
And you were in my apartment. There's one toilet.
Yeah, one toilet. And I did it, you did it, Liam did it. So there's 3 of us.
Okay, I've already done it.
Okay.
I've dealt with the team.
Was it bad?
Yeah. It was bad.
I think it was Liam's fault for doing the bomb for the second hot. We did the hottest one we had there, and we had 8 of them. We did the hottest one second. Who does that?
And did we even know that was the case?
I had no. Did you know? I think Liam knew.
Liam?
No idea.
No idea.
Are you sure?
Are you? Yeah.
I don't know
if he knew. I think he knows, man. Who just reaches for the bomb? Let's just do this one.
It's cool.
Was it the bomb?
No.
No.
And I did it twice.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
And then I ate cat food.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, were you not there for
that? I was there, and I forgot. I blocked that on my mind. I forgot to tell you, Kelly.
I spoiled that. I shouldn't have spoiled that.
That was absolutely disgusting. I can't believe you did that. Also, I don't know,
gross.
I went with you to the shop to buy all the
Oh yeah, you knew
stuff,
about it. You came with me to get it. And then you're like, why did you have cat food? I'm like, trust me. I was like,
that was disgusting.
This will help.
You had it and immediately threw it.
You know what, my mind,
it
helped a little because my mind was off of it for that, I almost threw up. That was bad.
You could have eaten anything.
Anything else. Dog, do you think dog food is better?
You could have eaten anything else.
I think things that are non-human foods.
Yeah, human food would have been fine.
But, the cat food was bad.
Yeah.
You guys have a cat. I don't know how he eats that.
Because he's a cat. Made for him. Probably. So our current obsession is escape rooms.
Yeah.
Woo! Thank you for audience input. That's why you're really here.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Escape rooms, like
Escape
the whole
rooms.
time. Sweet.
Oh shit, it's his dream come true. Yeah. Let's talk about the last escape room we did.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, because it was the most disappointing experience of our whole
Oh,
entire life.
that was that crappy one.
That was when we drove. It was on a whim. We went out drinking, and then we all decided to go drive to Hamilton
Yeah.
to do an escape room,
Yeah.
and it was the worst experience of our life.
It was so bad. I don't know if the escape room was bad or that guy was just he made the experience bad. Like, what happened? Like, I'm putting in the right code, right? We figured out the code in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And something about the current date, like frickin' 2019. I'm putting it in, and it wasn't working for like 20 minutes. And they watch us, so he knows we have the right code, but we're struggling with the lock. Like, this isn't even gameplay. Like, just come in there and just be like, hey guys, like.
Well, it was so annoying because I had the walkie-talkie, and I messaged him being like, it's not working. We've all tried it, and he's like, well, I know it works. I tested it this morning. Maybe you're not putting it in right. And we had 5 eyes on that thing. We know it worked.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but
he was grumpy.
So
You make it sound like he was saying it kind of normally.
Oh yeah.
But he said it like.
He had an attitude.
Guys, I tried it this morning.
It works.
Like, it works.
Yeah.
Like, okay, is the code 2019? Yes, I tried it this morning. Okay, obviously we figured out the whatever we needed to do to put in the combination, but we just couldn't open the lock, and we then we were just bummed out the whole time.
Yeah.
And some of us were just ready to just leave.
Brittany.
I'm like, we paid for this. We're finishing this.
That was terrible, but yeah, I also left with the biggest bruise on my arm. I blame the room. I blame him. So, to talk about YouTube, why did you get into YouTube?
I thought we were talking escape rooms all the time.
Oh, we'll get back to escape rooms.
Why did I start YouTube? Boredom.
Boredom?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Just like 8-9 years ago in my room, just watching YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. You ever heard of Kev Jumba?
No.
Phil Franco, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, and Smosh and Jenna Marble. So those were the people back in the day.
Yeah.
I was just obsessed with it. There wasn't many videos out there, and the quality was like 360p.
Oh, yeah.
It was bad.
Stuff.
Watching on like, I had like a nice big tube TV, or tube monitor for the computer.
Oh, nice.
But just watching them and I'm like, why not me? Why can't I do that? Mm-hmm. And just made, I made stupid.
What was your first video?
Oh man, I don't know if I remember. Do you guys know? First ever
Audience
video?
input?
It was like news something, wasn't it?
I think it was always news or comedy. I think I started with comedy.
Yeah.
Was it comedy?
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'm not funny, so I gotta I gotta change this up.
Yeah.
And then just did news.
You got into news, and that was how Landon Productions began?
Landon Productions presents. Is that how it is? Is that the old intro? Yeah.
Oh my God.
The first channel.
Is that
Is that real? That's real.
Yeah, that's real.
That's. Unfortunately, have you seen it too?
Oh yes, I
Oh
have.
yeah, don't look for that. I don't know if those are up on YouTube anymore. But no, Landon Productions was the first ever channel because I couldn't come up with a name, so I'm like, let's choose my name. It's Productions.
It worked.
I'm sure there was a channel out there before that had the name Productions. I probably just stole it. But I don't. Who would have Productions back in that time? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe I just came up with it.
Maybe.
Or a generator, put my
Yeah.
name in there. It was like Landon Productions.
I feel like that's what I do in any situation when I've got to come up with a name. I'm just
Yeah.
like, podcast generator.
Yeah. But then I would make the videos, and then the first one was I made it and I uploaded it, and it got 1 view. I'm like
One singular view?
I'm like, holy shit! I was like impressed. I was like,
one.
someone watched that? So I'm refreshing for the next 2 days. Like, who's watching this? Let's refresh it. I think it got up to like 20 something views.
Yeah.
And then I'm just researching and reading, and I realized that every time you refresh, you get a view.
Oh,
So nobody watched my video
it was
but me.
all your views.
It was all me. So then I just kept making more videos. I'm like, someone's gotta watch this one day.
Oh, and
then-
now people watch.
And now some people watch, yeah.
So how long until Most Amazing Top 10 came along?
So Landon Productions, I think, is 2010. I think it's coming on 9 years this year. And then 5 years ago, I think Most Amazing turns 5 or 4.
5.
It turned 5?
5?
4, 5,
It's
45?
fourth year now.
45.
5 this year?
I think it's 4 now and turning to 5.
Turning to 5.
Turning 5.
5 for 5 mil. 5 years for 5 mil.
How did you come up with that concept?
Motivated top 10. I don't know. I just wanted to do more content. Like I was doing Landon production, and then once I had like an editor help me, I realized like I'm just a workaholic. I need more to do.
Yeah.
And I can't do too much on Landon production. It's just going to be overload.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I need another outlet. I need something else to do something different. Because at this point I was doing Landon production for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And I was at like the peak of it. Like the news stories were like really going, and then I'm like, but I need something else. So because before, instead of editing and filming, I would just film and then film another one. So I'm still doing 2 videos.
Right.
So I just did, I was always interested in top 10 lists. I always bought like those top 10 list books in like Walmart for like $10 or whatever it is.
Shit, there's books.
There's top 10 list books, stuff like that. I used to get all the...
We should get into that.
Yeah, I used to get a lot of my info from there.
Nice.
And whenever you read like Guinness World Records or you read like Ripley's Believe It or Not, there's 10 lists or 5 lists. So I was just obsessed with like just information and giving it into the list idea.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. So Landon production actually changed to, I did a few lists.
Right.
But so this was like 8 years ago before all the lists happened. And I started off as number 1. And then I did number 2. But I didn't really understand it because you gotta like anticipate it. You gotta start off with like, the 10 and you get
you started with the best.
So I started with the best and realized like, why is no one watching past 1?
That everyone's tuning in for 1 minute.
So I used to do that, and it's so funny. I didn't realize I did top 10s before I did top 10s, right?
That's hilarious.
So I did it I did a video and I would do it for months, and it didn't go anywhere. I'm like, I don't want this top 10 stuff. I'm just gonna get back into the news. Like I'm just so fascinated with the news. And then when I recreated the top 10 started to come around. There's Watch Mojo, other channels, and I'm like, wow, they started at 10. So I made my first video, and the first video went viral.
What was the first video?
I honestly think it was like pictures you have to look at twice.
Oh yeah, we've done a few.
And it's at like 30 mil now.
Wow.
But back then, I think it hit like 20,000 in a week, and I'm like, holy shit.
That's pretty good.
And then it's just starting to hit like hundreds of thousands, and then I would do part 2s, part 3s, and I think that series went on for like ever. And then I just kept going.
I remember editing a handful of those videos. Never ended.
Pictures you gotta look at twice?
Yeah, never ended.
It's so stupid. It goes viral, you're like, alright, I gotta make the next part, the next part, the next part, and then people complain, they used to complain, but you already have like the best 10, so how do you do a part 2 of the best 10?
Yeah.
So, but if it's like top 10 tallest buildings, I can't do part 2 of that.
No.
It's like, what do I do? Starting off at like 11, or like 20 to 11 or something like that, and then do 30 to like 21.
It makes no sense.
So, but opinionated lists, you can do part 10, part 2, part 3.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Was there ever a time when you thought about quitting YouTube?
Quitting YouTube? Yeah, probably all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, YouTube, you make so much and then YouTube just takes it all away. Right. Or like the channel gets shut down. And like at the beginning, I think the only thing that like kept me going was like you would make like a penny, and it's like, can I make 2 pennies and like 5 pennies? And then one time I made like $1.
Oh my god.
For like the month. I was like, oh shit, like what if I get to like $30? I'm like, that could pay so I can still work. I still work 60 hours and I do YouTube on the side.
Yeah.
Like if I can get to $30, I can pay a phone bill. So I got the $30, I paid that phone bill, and then one time I made 60. I'm like, I'm paying freaking internet. Like, Dad, you're not paying internet anymore. Like YouTube is paying internet. And then it was just curiosity. So I think at the early stages, I never thought of quitting for like just years and years and years. I just kept feeling and just kept going. But I mean, there's times, but recently, no, probably not. Like, I don't know if I was like ever serious about quitting. But I always had the mindset and mentality. It's like, YouTube can't be here forever. Like, you gotta be naive to think like good things are lasted forever or whatever.
That like leads me into my next question: is how do you think YouTube's changed since you first started on it?
It's changed so much. I mean, I've seen it. It's cool because I've actually seen it from the very beginning to like all the changes, all at Apocalypse and people being banned, and even the Lonely Girl. I'm not sure if you know her story.
It sounds familiar.
So she was the one that made videos, and she was in a room, and she was talking about like her life and her mom or dad, and then I think it was like years later, millions of subscribers later, this girl was going on tour, selling merch, and she was like the first ever like big viral sensation.
Right.
And then people found out it was a production company behind it. So she was fake. Her room was in a studio. It was all fake.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
So I think she was like banned or like something was going on with that. But there's been so many transitions. Like we had like Philip DeFranco sold his business to Discovery or something like that, and then they owned him, and then there was a whole fiasco with that. And Kev Jumbo was like the first ever viral hit, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared, going from like he was number 1 subscriber for a while, or number 2, and all of a sudden just out of nowhere you had this guy making millions of views, and then silent. He was silent for like 2 years, and then we found out he was in a car accident.
Did he die?
He didn't die.
Oh,
but he became Buddhist. He became and he was just very religious, and he didn't like the YouTube and the fame and the attention. He's coming back now slowly.
Yeah.
But YouTube has just gone through like just roller coasters.
I feel like it's at that point at the moment where anyone thinks they can be a YouTuber.
Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of cool because we're sparking like the second generation. I'm realizing like my nieces and nephews are like. I always have a thing where it's like I don't film anyone like minor or under 18 because I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Yeah.
But my nieces and nephews are like, oh, film me do this. I want to be on YouTube, and it's cool because it's like we're sparking like the Gen 2, I call it, like the next generation. Yeah. So everyone feels like they can do it, but when they actually go to do it, it's tough.
It is tough.
Like,
it's definitely hard work.
It's saturated. Like everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
And it's a learning curve. Like it's a hit or miss.
It really is, I agree. And I just find it impressive that you've got so many channels and they all do so well. Yeah. Especially now. Like you've got a new channel called Tier List Official. Yeah. And that's already doing so well. Yeah. Like what are we at now?
For subscribers or views?
Both.
We might have just hit 1 mil for views. I think, what's the date today? The channel turns 30 days old today, I think.
I think it's the 14th.
Tomorrow, 30 days it turns. I always launch a channel on my birthday.
Oh,
so
really?
I launched a channel on my birthday, and it turns 30 days old tomorrow.
That's amazing.
And I think it has maybe 30 or 40,000 subscribers. Something like that.
That's great. That's really good.
Well, you see all the success, but there's been a lot of failed channels, failed ventures.
Yeah, there's... Not to name names.
Yeah, it's been 8 years of failures is what I've seen.
Yeah, you can't... Yeah. The bad comes with the good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going to see... I put up on Instagram to see if anyone has any questions. So, a big event occurred yesterday. Yeah. What went down in Toronto?
The Toronto Raptors, first time in history. Unfrickin' believable. Zero chance of that happening. Oh my god.
I didn't follow basketball. I've never watched a game.
I gotta put this back on.
Yeah, put the flag back on.
Is this video as well?
This is video as well. And we've got the Toronto Raptors.
I take this off, yeah.
We've got the Toronto Raptors flag up, which I stole that from you today. You'll get it back.
I brought it in, a flag. I was gonna give it to someone right at the door. Lucy comes and wants like, takes it, and then just dips with it. And,
I'm like,
where's that flag?
I'm like, oh, I've got to go home.
That comment's right here. What the hell?
Don't give me things because I'll take them.
Yeah,
Play them
the Toronto Raptors. I mean, you live like so close.
I live very close to the Raptors stadium, so we heard everything. It was crazy last night.
There was fireworks almost blasted up to like
people. Okay, so Toronto weren't even playing in Toronto. They were playing in at Golden State in
Oakland.
And it was crazy outside. There were like thousands of people gathered out there, and people in the crowd were just setting off fireworks that was almost reaching our apartment window. Yeah. It was quite scary.
Everyone in the city of Toronto became bandwagoners.
Oh yeah, and that's what I was getting into. Is like I've never watched a game of basketball. I never understood it. I never got into it.
Never understood it until now.
No, what I saw of it was on TV, like One Tree Hill, or movies, Coach Carter. Yeah. And then when it took off here, and I saw the amount of fans that would gather at Jurassic Park.
That was insane.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a chance. Toronto are doing well. You would talk about it. Liam, who we work with, would show up every day in a Raptors jersey, like he's wearing right now. And then, thank you for the interruption. So I was like, we got into it. I'm feeling very patriotic. I just became a Canadian citizen. I was like, you know what? Thank you. So glad.
Bought her maple syrup.
Yeah, Landon got me maple syrup. I'm gonna drink all of it later.
Diabetes.
But yeah, I thought I would jump into it, watch the game. instantly became obsessed.
So I was talking to another British person, Rebecca, and,
Yeah.
she told me this, that the basketball and everything she's been experiencing
Yeah.
might be better than football.
You know what?
I was like, what the hell did you just say?
I agree with that statement.
Holy.
Whoa!
You know what I'll say? Okay, so I'm a football fan through and through.
Like you talk about so much.
Yeah, and
And you're saying right now that basketball's better?
I'm not going to say the sport is better
Like, is your
because I
parents watching
can't.
this and stuff?
They
England's watching?
will. I'm sorry, Dad. Turn off
Is he the one
turn
that's
off
gonna
your
be
hearing
pissing
aid.
on it?
Yeah, he's going to be pissed. Okay, so I've been an Arsenal fan since I was 5 years old. Like, that's all I've known. I love Arsenal. I've seen so many games. They're my team. I love football. I think it's the greatest sport. But what I've experienced in Toronto with the Raptors is nothing I've ever experienced before. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah.
But that's solely because Canada only have the Raptors as a basketball team, whereas in the UK,
Yeah.
in London alone, you have 10 teams.
So many teams. Yeah.
10 teams.
We used to have. Do you know what the other Canadian team used to be?
Oh my god, I've been told this. I've been told this, but I can't remember.
They didn't have this question on your citizen test at all?
No, I must have missed that one, but I did get 20 out of 20.
Vancouver Grizzlies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't, are we getting another team in Canada? We should.
we getting another one? No.
I don't know, but the
saying that.
Raptors are known as Canada's team.
Yeah.
But it seems like everyone except for Oakland and Golden State was cheering for Raptors.
Yeah, everyone was cheering for Raptors. It was crazy. Like, even game 5, Obama showed up. Or game 4.
What was up with that?
Yeah.
Was he on Toronto side? Was that wasn't a Toronto home game?
It was a Toronto home game.
Did he cross the border?
He crossed the border. He was wearing a leather jacket. He was escorted into the crowd.
That's a bad
He wasn't.
right
He
there.
wasn't even the courtside. He
It was
just
Toronto for sure?
Yeah, it was
So
Toronto.
he was like right over there.
Obama was
That's
across the
closest,
street
that's
from
closest
me.
you've ever been to a
Yeah,
president.
I know. I could have touched him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, damn straight. And then, who else was there?
There were so many celebrities. There's no way they watched a game ever before this playoff.
No.
There's no way.
Definitely not.
And then they do celeb cam every so often. But they do celeb cams when like Golden State games, Laker games.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been a celeb cam for Raptor games. You know Drake's there.
Yeah,
And then
and
Natty's
that's
a
it.
Raptor fan.
Yeah.
But this one had a celeb cam for the first time. And I was like, whoa.
Well, it was like, who's that Canadian singer? Kelly behind the camera, you know.
Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes was there.
Didn't know who Shawn Mendes is?
I can't remember his name. I don't know
Shawn
his
Mendes.
music. I know he's a singer, and
He's good.
people want him to be gay.
People want him to be gay? No, I remember that whole, yeah. People
I
want
don't
him to be gay.
know. That's all I've heard from Kelly. Shawn Mendes, Drake,
Yeah.
Obama was there. Who else?
Imagine Trump was there.
That would not be good.
He wouldn't be allowed.
He wouldn't be allowed to enter.
Is he allowed to? Oh, there's that.
He
Oh,
would
yeah.
never be allowed.
Hey,
in
where
there.
was Trudeau? You know who Trudeau is? A citizen over there?
Yes, he is the Prime Minister of Canada. The Premier.
Why didn't Premier? What the hell is that?
The Premier.
Why didn't he show up?
He's
busy.
busy leading
Some.
the country.
He was there.
He was?
He was there?
He was sitting with
Obama? Was he?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he was.
Are you serious?
I think he was.
I need a picture.
Yeah.
Pick or it didn't happen.
Yeah, Picker didn't have. No, I think I recall that. I think Trudeau. Like, why would Obama come and Trudeau's not
But
there?
all I saw was
It
a
makes
picture
sense,
of
it makes
Obama.
sense.
Because Obama's retired.
Obama's retired.
But he wears leather jackets now. Did you see?
And he's cheering for the Raptors. When the hell did that happen?
I know, and also
How like it's pretty much America versus Canada, and Obama chose Canada.
everyone chooses Canada. Rory, I don't know if you're. Yeah, are
Rory,
you
yeah,
familiar?
golf,
Yeah,
yeah.
Rory McIlroy.
Golf every Sunday.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, he was cheering for Toronto. He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
here, and
Yeah.
his
Well,
last.
he was here for the Open. The Canadian
Yeah,
Open.
and then when he was playing golf, at the end, he whipped out his Kyle Lowry jersey
Yeah, I saw that.
and was showing it off.
I went to Florida Georgia Line.
Oh,
and
yeah?
then they did encore, and they came out with the Raptor jersey.
That's amazing. Oh, sorry, we've got a special guest.
Yeah.
Bucky, this isn't about you. Oh my gosh.
You're gonna call me.
Trudeau was not at any of the games.
Trudeau was.
Oh, false information. Trudeau was never there. Are you okay?
Trudeau was never
That's not
there.
true.
It's not true.
Just
Though.
That's not true.
Trudeau?
That's not Trudeau.
What facts are you coming from?
it's not
They were hanging out right before the
Trudeau.
game.
We've already established that joke.
So
Thank
Obama
you.
showed up
You're
alone.
Obama was there with an escort, a male escort.
Stephen
Oh, I was
Harper
like
was
an
there.
escort.
Not
I was
to-
like, whoa.
I mean, it could have been a male escort, not to assume
Because there's that whole rumor about Obama and Michelle might like divorce. It's
because
fake.
I'm into that because I want Obama to get with Joe Biden. Believe me, people ship that.
What's the chance of that happening?
0.1%.
Okay, but there's a chance.
But there's a chance that they probably had sex.
Yeah. I mean, there was no chance of the Raptors winning, and look what we just did.
That was the best thing.
So the
ever.
best teams right now, like in the West, is Golden State, and the best teams in the East is Philly and Milwaukee. We beat Philly, we beat Milwaukee, and we beat Golden State.
It's amazing.
The path to the finals was impossible.
I will say, I don't think we should have even lost Game 5.
I think we should have swept. I thought we should have brought the brooms. That was a bad loss. Bad game. Was it Game 2? No, Game 3 loss?
It was Game 3 loss then Game 5 loss.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have lost either of those games.
Yeah. And the last game, Game 5, lost by 1.
And you know why?
Needs to pass the ball.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
That sucks for him, but he was the reason we lost that game.
And I don't agree. You heard about the whole we're going to give Toronto an asterisk.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Like not a real win, but a little asterisk win. It's like, come on.
That's ridiculous.
Golden State's won championships with players injured. So here's one for you, since you know who Kawhi Leonard is.
Yeah.
Now. They were up by 20 points. It was Spurs versus Golden State in the finals.
This was when he played for Spurs?
When he played for the Spurs.
Yeah.
And then Kawhi got injured in the third, and then Golden State won. And that was Game 7.
Oh.
Where's the asterisk? There, Golden State.
Shots fired. Wow. So, the question is, do you think we can do the same thing again next year?
Did Kawhi buy that house?
Is
he coming back?
Kawhi Leonard has purchased a house
He's
in
so
Toronto.
good. He's the now generation LeBron. Like, he's a two-way player, the best player in the league.
So do you think the best thing that happened to Toronto Raptors was DeMar
leaving? Absolutely. It sucks, but if he never left, we would have still lost. First round, second round. It probably would have been second round exit for sure.
Wow.
Kawhi Leonard is the reason. And Spicy P.
Spicy P.
Spicy P.
I love Spicy P. I like Danny Green as well, although
he was a bum. Where was he?
Where was he? But also, where was Gasol?
Gasol, okay, how many points did Green score in the final game?
0?
0 points!
So did Gasol, 0 out of 5.
Did Gasol get 0 too?
0 out of 5. 5 shots, got nothing
How
in.
do you get to, but he joked about it himself. He was like, I scored 0 and stuff.
Well, it became a joke even with the commentators are like, and that's 0 out of 5. It was it was kept adding on. He kept shooting and kept missing.
And McCaw got a 3-peat. So he played on Golden State and then won in his first year.
Yeah.
Played in the second year, he won. Moved to Raptors and he won. So he's 3 for 3 right now.
So I'm not too familiar with how transfers work and anything, but do you think because of our win we'll get some bigger players coming in? Do you
transfer think? Is that how to do it in football?
Do you call it? Oh, sorry, you call it trade.
We're gonna transfer LeBron.
Yeah, see, we call it transfers where we buy another player and we transfer them over, whereas you guys trade. You swap players. Is
trade,
okay. Do you think we're gonna do any trades?
Okay, the reason people don't come to Toronto because of the whole border thing, pay more taxes, north of the border, you gotta deal with that, and it's just hella cold out here. So just for that reason, think about all the dynasties, it's all in the West Coast.
Yeah.
It's all Lakers. Kawhi Leonard is a free agent next year. We don't need to trade, he can just walk next year.
Okay.
Meaning, we can't trade for him. He's not our player next year.
He can go anywhere he wants.
And no one wants Kyle Lowry. No one wants...
Why does no one want Lowry? Because he was amazing.
He's getting old. He's getting old now.
How old is he now?
He's got to be 30-something.
Oh, wow.
Once you're north of 30, that's pretty old.
Yeah, that's the same with football as well.
Yeah, he's on his last contract, Kyle Lowry, his last couple more years, and then he's done. So there's no players to trade for, so it'd have to be someone's like, oh my god, I love Toronto. I want to come here.
Do you think the chances of Kawhi Leonard leaving are high? Or no?
I think Kawhi Leonard 100% was leaving at the beginning of the season.
But now that
he never thought he was winning a championship.
I don't think
anyone never knew that. So with winning now, how do you leave a whole country that loves you, that idolizes you?
Yeah.
The key to the city. He can own the province of Alberta. He can eat for free in the city of Toronto. You could probably be in music videos, rap videos with Drake.
True. That's the dream come true.
How do you leave? How do you leave the city?
You can't. And I mean, if the reports are true, he's got a house here.
Yeah.
That's what I've read. He's got a house. He's going to stick around. Oh, Liam is shaking his head.
He doesn't have a house?
He doesn't? He didn't buy the house?
No, he came in a report saying that he didn't buy it.
He didn't buy it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he said yes.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Okay.
But not to break your bubble or anything here, but I'm a bigger LeBron fan than a Raptor fan. So I'm sorry who I'm watching now.
What are you saying? You're not into the Raptors?
What I'm saying is
He's on the bandwagon.
I'm definitely the bandwagon for the Raptors.
Oh,
But
so,
I'm always home city.
So who's your team?
So well, there was the Lakers
Okay.
against LeBron. There was a time I went to the playoffs. I was freaking savage.
Yeah.
I went there with a Lakers jersey at home.
Yeah.
It was Lakers versus the Raptors. But I was too afraid to stand up and cheer because I would have not made it out there. But I went to the Raptors game with the Laker jersey, or it might have been Cleveland back then.
Yeah.
But I had a LeBron jersey, and we won. Cleveland won. Cleveland always beats. LeBron always beats the Raptors, so everyone hates LeBron right now.
But the Raptors beat LeBron
But they
this year.
They didn't make the finals. But yeah,
Oh,
I
they
guess
did.
theoretically, like they got further. So they did beat him this year. So what I'm getting to is I want Kawhi Leonard to come to the Lakers. Come home.
Oh my
That's not his
god.
home.
Come home, Kawhi. Come to
I don't think this is okay.
Yeah. That's rough.
How?
So I'm hoping Kawhi did not buy that house.
Oh my gosh.
Sell it.
I can't believe this is happening.
Sell that house.
Just for people
Come
who...
to LA.
Okay.
It's gonna get cold here soon.
You yourself are wearing a Toronto Raptors shirt.
Oh, I'm bandwagon right now.
We've got two flags. I've got a hat. Kelly behind the camera is wearing a sweater, and Liam is wearing a hat and a jersey.
After 2 weeks, you won't see me with any of this gear. It's all Lakers. It's all LeBron. It's all Anthony Davis. It's all Kawhi. They gotta come to LA.
Oh, I did not know this about you.
And as soon as LeBron moves, he's on that next.
Yeah. So I've been okay. So I've been LeBron fan for like 16 years. I never missed a game of his playoff game in 16 years.
Okay.
When he was in Cleveland, I watched him play, and then I'm like, oh, he's getting traded. What team am I cheering for this year? I went to Miami, and I was like, oh, I'm a Miami fan. 4 years in Miami. Then he went to Cleveland. Now I'm a Cleveland fan. Now I'm a Lakers boy.
So you just follow the one player.
All the chosen one. And then guess what? His 20th season so he's free contract. He can go to any team he wants on his 20th season. LeBron James Jr. is entering the league in his 20th season, so he can play with
your
him.
new player.
And his name, and guess what his name is? LeBron James Jr. So I'm still gonna be following LeBron James for like 30 years.
The epicness in which you said that.
And then what if he had a son?
LeBron James Jr.
What if his son was a really bad player, though?
He's good. So he's a top 10 player right now.
Oh, okay.
And you're coached by LeBron James.
LeBron James.
And hopefully soon by Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard. So epic. Alright, so I'm gonna look at some questions from Instagram because we did a poll. Oh, I see someone in this very room submitted a question.
Is it Courtney?
It is. So first question we have from Extra Chili Official.
Wait, is that your username? What the?
Yeah,
Is that
of
your
course
burner?
it
Is
is
that your
that
burner account? Is that her burner account?
Extra Chili Official said, "What's Landon's favorite CD album of all time?"
Favorite CD album? Well, it's got to be the first one, right? So it's Grease.
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 That's your first one ever?
First one and the best one.
Wow, that was not what I was
sick.
expecting.
And then I became obsessed with what?
Name one song.
on the
Grease
album.
Lightning,
Truth.
Okay, you can go on.
Summer Days,
Summer
Summer
Nights.
Nights.
Summer Nights. I saw
Summer evenings.
Those are the deluxe edition.
And you got the bonus.
That was the bonus content. You never got that? It was so good. I memorized every song on it. I memorized the whole thing. I just sung it on my little Walkman thing.
Oh my god.
And that's why I started liking John Travolta.
Do you still like him now?
Hairspray happened,
And that changed your mind.
was it.
And that's
So it was Hairspray and not the Scientology.
No, it was Hairspray.
It was Hairspray.
And I did not expect. I went in that movie, didn't even know he was in it.
No one
I was
expected
like,
Hairspray.
holy.
I loved it. That actually made me want him more.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It was
It's
like,
just-
I'm into it.
It was just different. You know, it was weird. But yeah, that was my first ever.
Our first albums are very different because my first album, it
Probably like
was a
Beatles or
single.
something?
No, it was a single. and it was the first one that I got myself, and it was Green Day, American Idiot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wanna be an
American Idiot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, which is funny because I hate Green Day now, but
You don't like
was
3 songs? You know, Sandy.
That's not a song.
That's all I know. That's
that is a song.
that is a song.
It doesn't go like that.
It does. Oh, I sang that like right on tune and key and everything.
It's in the drive-in.
He goes like,
Yeah.
why?
Oh.
See, I know.
Andy.
It's been like 20
No
years
one
now.
knows. No one
I
knows.
don't know, man.
So your catchphrase is this real life right now? Where did that come from? And is this real life right now?
Where'd it come from? I don't know. You know when you talk and you just say something over and over, you don't realize it, but that's just you. I guess I filmed so many videos, and I've just always said it.
Is this real life right now?
Is this real? Like, because going back to like the news stories and stuff like that, there's so many shocking stories.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this real life right now? Because I just can't believe it. And then people, it just caught on over the years. It's been going on for years.
So was it not? So it's not from David at the dentist.
What is that?
You don't remember David at the dentist?
No. Like a video or a movie?
Yeah, it's a video. It's
And
the,
he says it?
yeah, it's the
Is it-
little boy, and he has some of his teeth extracted, and he's in the car,
Yeah.
and then he starts to flip the fuck out, and he's like, "Is this real life right now?" He's like crazy. He's like,
Is it an
Boy.
old movie or?
"Oh, it's pretty old video." Courtney,
Yeah.
can you?
I've never seen
confirm?
Yeah, he like sits it up in his high chair and he's like, ah.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Is this real life right now?" You should watch it. You'd relate.
You've
Yeah.
seen it.
That would be so fun.
It's a good
Yeah, I've never seen it.
it's a good YouTube video.
Oh, by the way, just came back from the washroom. I had time to read while in the washroom.
Oh no, that's
Yo,
bad.
Kawhi and Pascal has the same amount of points as Jordan and Pippen did as a duo. Michael Jordan and Pippen. These two
What the
guys
hell?
tied them in points in the postseason.
That's amazing.
Pascal is a future All-Star.
No.
Spicy P.
But the same points as Michael Jordan. The greatest duo of all time, these guys did it.
That's amazing.
That's insane.
You don't think Spicy P will be an All-Star?
No.
Why?
I don't know.
Spicy P.
Not a
though.
not a Raptor fan.
Oh my god.
He's wrong.
I got
I'm
you.
wrong. I don't know why.
I got you on this podcast because I thought you were a Raptor fan.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have told you.
You know what? I took this flag from you and I'm keeping it.
Well, I don't need that flag. That's just for appearances. Once
You're
once,
pissed.
like I'm going to the parade on Monday.
Oh, me too. Oh
And
yeah. Sorry, I'm booking the day off work on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all booking the day
You're
off.
going too? Are you going as well?
Yeah, yes.
Courtney, you working Monday? You don't care.
I gotta work. Gotta
Guys,
make money.
we're-
You took a nap during the second quarter. You don't care. If someone calls and says, "Like, that's bullshit."
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
bullshit. Just
No, I'm just-
tell me you're going to the parade.
Yeah, I'm just straight up saying I'm downstairs on Monday. I'm
So
gonna be-
far, do you know where is it coming right here?
It's between 10 and 4.
10 and 4.
10
okay.
and 4. So you have to be on
That's
standby for 6
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
I mean, I like go down to the crowds though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Well, are
That's
you
nice,
doing
yes.
parade Monday?
100%.
Yeah, we're all doing it.
You're calling it sick too?
Yeah.
I'm not calling it sick. I already looked it up.
You've
But
got to
yeah.
find some new employees.
Man, we're gonna be screwed. I'm gonna be the one working.
That's
No, I'm
alright.
calling it sick.
Yeah, we're all calling in
It's
sick.
literally just gonna be me.
It's just gonna-
Courtney, can you film, edit, and
This is
upload?
once in a lifetime. This is not going to happen again. It's
Never.
been 1967 since the Leafs won the cup. Our parents are still waiting for Lord Stanley to come.
Lord Stanley.
And then our grandkids, not even our kids, our grandkids are gonna be like, my grandpa once watched them, and then they're gonna win this year. Like, our kids aren't gonna watch them
Yeah.
win. Our grandkids might.
That's
It's gonna be
crazy.
50 years until the Raptors win again.
That's crazy. What? You don't have faith in them?
Let's go Lakers. No, but being realistic, like I'm a basketball fan too. I don't think it's hard. It's hard to win. It's hard to win back to back, and they're peaking.
Who do you think is the best team at the moment?
Golden State if they're
Golden
healthy.
State?
But obviously the best team always wins the championship, is what I say.
Okay, so the best team is the Raptors.
We're the best team.
Okay. But you don't think they are the best team?
If Golden State was healthy, bring out your brooms. It's a sweet.
So you're saying Golden State lost because Kevin Durant wasn't there?
Kevin Durant,
And then
Klay Thompson,
Thompson.
Boogie, DeMarcus
So do you think it would have been a different,
Way different.
outcome if Klay Thompson hadn't torn his ACL?
Okay, at that point, the momentum is just not in their favor. I do believe Golden State wins that game 6. It comes to Toronto, nail biter, and the Splash Brothers might do it.
Wow.
So we're just glad that everything happened. You don't want to cheer on other players getting injured.
No,
you want to
definitely
beat the best. To beat the best, you want to beat the
Yeah.
best. It's unfortunate what happens,
Mm.
but I think durability is all about the NBA as well. You have to be durable. So it didn't happen. So a lot of people, there's injuries. That's just what happens. The Raptors were able to outlast everything, and they got it done.
Very true. Wise words. There we go. Someone said, Landon, will you go out with me?
Whoa, who is that?
That was
Dumb fuck 45 said,
Brittany.
will-
Is that your burger account? Is that my wife's burger account?
Dumb fuck 45 said, will you go out with me?
No, I'm sorry.
Why? Because you're married?
Yeah.
Brett, does he have your permission?
Do you want
With a
to
name
dumb
like
fuck
that?
Dumb fuck. Court McGinley asks,
Carney McGinley asks.
how many jobs did you have before YouTube?
How many jobs? A lot. I've always worked. I've never ever worked a full-time job until I was able to employ myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons why I'm like, you know what? You can work anywhere and get let go or laid off. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it myself. If I fail, it's on me. So I've always worked 2 jobs at a time.
Okay.
And even if I worked a full-time job, 40 hours, I want to work 60. So I always work 30 and 30.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked Sobeys grocery store. I've worked in the grocery department and cashier. So I would work, and then I worked at Future Shop, which is known as like Best Buy. If Americans watching this,
Yeah.
they closed down. So I would do like Future Shop 5 in the morning till 1, and then 1:30 till 10 is at Sobeys. I would do that
Yeah.
5 times a week. Canada's Wonderland. I worked there.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Worked
was
there for a
cool.
couple years. I was the youngest ride operator, so I operated rides there.
That's cool. That's the shit.
Behemoth, Mindbuster, and Sledgehammer. And because Sledgehammer, it goes down so much, the
Mhm.
mechanical and stuff like that, and the oil fills up in the basement. I was able to operate a lot of different rides. And in the mornings, I always had to test ride the rides.
Oh my god.
And back then, I never had like headaches. I go on a roller coaster now, and like
Yeah.
I just walk down the street and I get headaches. Like going on roller coasters in the morning, and your
Yeah.
head's just like shaking. I
That's
just
true.
can't do roller coasters. But back then, everyone else I guess was older, but I'm like this 17-year-old ride operator guy, or 16 at the
Yeah.
time. So I always test ride the rides in the morning. So I'm
That's
going on
so
Sledgehammer.
cool.
I went on Top Gun, which is like brutal to ride in the morning.
Yeah.
I've done Drop Zone like 15 straight times one time.
Oh my god.
I've worked at the movie theaters.
That's pretty cool.
Worked
Tell the story of that.
Subway.
Have you got a story about the movie
I
theater?
got no story about that. I got Subway.
Okay.
I got
Subway Eat Fresh that isn't fresh.
Eat Fresh. It's not, I don't know if it's fresh.
Okay, you can't drag them on this. Can you? Can you drag? Spill the tea.
Spill the tea on Subway. No, it's a lot of like unsanitary things. It's like it's hard. There's places I would never work because I want to eat there.
Yeah.
I just want to be naive and like McDonald's is clean. I'm gonna eat there.
Right.
Subway, like I see stuff.
Mhm.
I'll cover up the meat and it's just old and it's like it's just gross. And then
Mhm.
the number one thing with Subway is for vegetarians and for you guys actually for vegetarians, they don't change their gloves. They're touching meat and then they're touching the veggies and it's like why do you guys do that? And then my wife's vegetarian,
Yeah.
so we always get her to do her sub first.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're always like, you know how they're always like, okay, what do you want? And like you gotta
Yeah.
order so fast. And
Yeah.
it's like, no, I'll tell you one at a time because you're gonna forget the order.
Yeah.
So every time we go, one person wants to make like 2 subs at once. And I always say no, just do hers first.
Yeah.
Because before when they do both together, they would touch the meat and then they would grab the veggies. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And they still do it. A lot of people don't wash their hands in Subways. It depends on how you like. Our Subway was really clean.
Okay, that's
Our
good.
Subway was really clean. But other ones, like I see it. Like when you come from a Subway that like, because people own it. This guy owned it and he was so prideful of it. Like he loved it.
Yeah.
So he did everything right. And like you have to change your gloves, wash your hands.
That's
the
good.
veggies, if they get old, just throw it out. Who cares?
Yeah.
And everyone else is all about profitability and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so we're going to start wrapping it up. Before I finish, where did you get your work ethic from? Because I've never known someone want to work as like long hours and as tirelessly as you do.
Well, definitely not from my parents or my dad. He's lazy.
Oh yeah?
Work ethic. I just always had to work. I always had to fight my whole life. Like
Okay.
didn't grow up with parents.
Mhm.
It's just I just always felt like I needed to do more,
Right.
or there was always a chance to do more,
Right.
and so I just saw so much potential that like I can help others. So
That's
I
amazing.
have to work hard. I have to outwork everyone else. So if I gotta be first in, I know I gotta be last in. And it's just contagious to myself. I don't know, I just love it. I
Do
just
you think
wanna
you'll always be that way?
Yeah, it's my mentality. Like it's how I think. It's what made me. I've been like this since I was like 6 or 7 years old. When you like live on your own, like foster system stuff like that, you grow up fast.
Yeah.
And growing up as well, not being appreciated, I would say.
Yeah.
You feel like you have to overcompensate. So you have to try to overachieve or overdo stuff. So.
How long were you in the foster system?
I was there from 7 years old, and I left when I was 17 years old. So 10 years.
And how do you think that shaped you?
Oh, I love it. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I feel bad for you and all this kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be where I am today. That's for sure. Like the reason why I started YouTube as well. Another reason, I got laid off at Future Shop, and I had no money, and I'm like, I have to do this now.
Yeah.
So foster teaches you a lot. Not growing up with parents teaches you a lot. You have to do things. It sucks. I didn't really get to childhood. I didn't get to play. Like I moved foster home with a younger sister.
Yeah.
So I had to be her father figure.
Oh.
So I had to just teach her stuff. Don't steal. Don't do this. And I just had to just grow up years beyond. And then I had to be a parent to my parents.
Okay.
We have visitations, stuff like that. And I'm like, Dad, don't do this. Mom, don't do this.
Right.
So it just kind of happened. So it sucks I didn't have a childhood, but I'm where I am today because of that. So
That's good.
I don't regret nothing. Well, can't regret nothing. It wasn't my decision.
Yeah.
To go into the foster room. I didn't understand back then, but
Of course.
yeah.
Well, that's good. I think that's a good place to end this.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for
Final
coming.
thoughts is
Final thoughts, what?
congrats to the best team in the NBA, Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors. I can't believe it. They did it.
They did it, and maybe they'll do it again next year. So, what do you have coming up in the future that you want to tell us about, if anything at all, or anything you want to shout out?
I think we're always just looking to grow the business, the company. I have a million things that I want to do.
Yeah.
I can't spoil too much of it.
No, of course.
But there's always the next big thing. As long as you just keep growing and you can impact someone or just leave something behind in the world, you got to keep going, just keep growing. More channels, more of you guys being employed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna I think curiosity has the best of me right now. I'm just like, how big can we take this?
Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Up and up.
Yeah, up and up. And
Up and up.
then do my own podcast. Off the cuff.
Still my idea. Yeah, it is. I don't care as long as I'm on it.
Well, it's gonna be called Off the Cuffs too. Wait, what's the show? What's the show?
He's like, wait, he's like, where am I? What's the podcast called? Off the Cuff. Yes, you got it. Right.
But I'm 2 though. You're Off the Cuffs original, and I'm 2. I'm like
you're
additional.
2. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good to know. Thank you very much for that input. I'll probably cut that. Great. All right. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Time to get some drinks.